Hey guys, okay, so today we're going to do about a 20 to 25 minute full vinyasa class, or that just means a flow class. I have two yoga blocks that I will use today. If you don't have these, that's totally fine. You can use anything, like a book will work, a foam roller, anything that you can just elevate your hands on top of. And what we're really going to focus on today is hips, groin, and a couple chest openers or heart openers to really work on opening up through the chest and shoulders. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So we'll just start in a tabletop position. All right, so with the shoulders right over the wrists, go ahead and curl the toes, and then just close the eyes here. And I just want you to start by taking a little rock forward, and then sit back towards the heels. So as you inhale, you'll rock forward, and exhale, rock back. Let's take two more here. Inhale forward, exhale back. And last one. Inhale forward, and exhale back. All right, come back to your tabletop, keeping the eyes closed. We'll go through a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, press the hands into the floor, drop the belly, lift the chest, take the head up, and exhale. Press the head down, chin to chest, rounding the back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round. And last one. Inhale, big chest forward. And exhale, round. Okay, come back to your tabletop, and we'll bring the big toes together. Take the knees wide. Just slide the hands forward for child's pose. And then as you relax here in your child's pose, just take a moment to listen to the breath. Take a little scan of the body, especially to those hips, the low back. And try to slow the breathing down slightly. Slower on your inhales and exhales. Take one more deep belly breath. Feel the belly expand. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, blink the eyes open. Look up towards the hands. We'll slide the hand back. And come back into your tabletop position. And then from here, all I want you to do is you're gonna take the left leg and then just take it straight out to the side. Okay, so the hands are still exactly where they are, right underneath the shoulders. And we're just like we opened the class. I want you to start by rocking forward so the heels of the hands stay on the floor. And then as you exhale, you'll sit back, hips towards the heel. Okay, inhale, rock forward. Exhale back. And let's do that one more time. Inhale forward and exhale back. Okay, we'll lift the torso up, plant that right hand to the outside of the right hip, and as you inhale, press the hips up, reach the left arm over and across. And circle back around, settle the hips down. Inhale, sweep the arm up and around, hips lift. Exhale, circle back. Last one. Inhale, big reach. And exhale, come back down. Okay, we'll plant the hands again. This time, keep the right hand on the floor. As you inhale, take the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we'll thread that hand through. Slide your right hand away, and then look through that window underneath the right armpit. Inhale, come back up. We'll walk the hands all the way around to that left foot. And as you do that, you can bend the leg here, coming into a lunge position. Lift the back knee and drop back down. Inhale, sweep the hands high, low lunge. Exhale, hands from the foot. Lift the back knee. Walk the hands around and just come into a wide-legged fold here. The hands right underneath the shoulders, and then just let the head and neck relax, releasing the low back. And here we want the toes slightly pigeon-toed, so the heel's wider than the toes. Inhale, press up through the fingertips, flat back. Exhale, curl back down. Okay, we'll heel toe the feet together, so they're right underneath the hips. Take the hands into the creases of the hips, the flat back, come up to standing. Roll the shoulders back from here. Inhale, sweep the arms out and around. Exhale, press the hands away, forward fold. Take the hands to the front of the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Okay, take a bend of the knees and then just walk the hands forward so you can come back into your tabletop position. And this time I'll slide the opposite foot to the outside. So this will be the right foot this time. So the leg is straight. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, sit back on the heel. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale, rock forward. Stretch the wrists. Exhale, back. Lift the torso. We'll go ahead and lift the hips here. Drop that right hand down. Inhale, bring the right arm this time all the way across the body. So full stretch to the right side. And then as you exhale, circle the arm down, sit back on the heel. Inhale, lift the hips, stretch the arm across. Exhale, circle back down. The last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle down. Okay, rock forward again. Left hand right in front of the left knee. Inhale, right fingertips high. Exhale, we'll thread it through. Look underneath the arm. And the outside, so the right side of the head will come onto the floor. Inhale, lift back up. Start to walk the hands over and around the right foot this time. You can slide it in. Pivot that back leg to come into a lunge position. Lift the back knee. Drop it down. Inhale, hands reach up. Low lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, take the knee down. Walk the hands back around to the front. Drop both legs, both knees down so you're back in your tabletop from here. And then go ahead and take your blocks or your books or whatever you're using, and we'll place them underneath the hands. Okay, so with your hands on top of the blocks, spread the fingertips wide, sit back in your child's pose, let the forehead come down. Just take one breath here, inhale in. Exhale, look up towards the hands. We'll rock forward and then come into upward facing dog. So the hips are lifted, pressing hard through those blocks. Lift the head and chest up. Plant the knees, come back to your child's pose. Look up towards the hands. Rock forward, lift the hips, head and shoulders up, up dog. And last time, back to child's pose. Look up towards the hands, rock forward, up dog. Okay, back to your tabletop. We'll go ahead and leave the hands on the blocks from here, and then just bring the feet back so you can come into a plank position. So arms are strong, abs are tight. Think about flexing the quads, and you're gonna look right out in front of you, about 6 inches out in front. And bring the right knee up to touch the right elbow, and back. Left knee to left elbow, and back. Across the body, right knee, left elbow, and back. Left knee, right elbow, and back. And then slowly walk the feet up to the hands. Take the hands off the blocks just to grab the ankles, pull the head down. And one vertebra at a time, we'll come up to standing. Roll the shoulders back from here. Take the palms forward, lift the chin so it's parallel to the floor. Flex the quads, tighten the abs. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Set those blocks off to the sides. Hands on top of the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Step the right foot back and then the left. And we'll come into a downward facing dog. And pedal out the feet here. Drop both heels down. On the inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, flip the feet, down dog. Again, inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, back to plank. Bring a left foot forward, step it in between the hands. And bring your block here, and you're just gonna set it right on the inside of the left foot. And take the left hand on top of the block, so the left elbow is basically pushing into the knee. And drop the back heel down so the foot's pointed at about a 45. As you inhale, bring the right hand high, fingertips towards the sky. So if you feel good here and you need a little more stretch, just set that block off to the side, plant the hand onto the floor. Okay, we'll inhale, lift the arms up. This is our warrior two, looking straight over the middle finger. Inhale, exhale, come back down. Inhale, warrior two. This time you'll take your back hand on the back of the hamstring. Inhale, lift the left hand up. And exhale all the way back down. Both hands come down onto the floor. Pivot that back foot. Step the left foot back to plank. Then down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Right knee comes forward, step that foot through. So same thing, you're gonna take your right hand this time on the inside of the foot. Use that block if you need to. Pivot the back heel down. Press the shoulder into the inside of the knee. Inhale, lift up with the left hand. So really try to find length here through the arms. Trying to find as much distance between each hand. Okay, inhale, lift the torso up, warrior two. So notice here that knee going right over the heel. Arms extend out, big breath, inhale in. Exhale, bring the hand back down to the floor, look up. Inhale, warrior two. Drop the back hand, inhale, reverse warrior. Circle both hands all the way back down. Pivot the back heel. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale up, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Just pause here and take 2 deep breaths. I'm pressing the heels back, really trying to press the torso back towards the thighs. All right, and the next inhale, go ahead and lower the knees down. And I just want you to sit back on the heels to start. So you can keep the toes curled. So all I want you to do is just take your hands and press into the low back. So nice and easy to start. You're going to draw the elbows away from each other. So as you do that, you'll notice the chest starting to reach forward, and then you'll lift the chin, so you're dropping the head back. Inhale, come back up. This time we'll lift the hips up. Same thing, the hands stay where they are. You press the hips forward, pull the elbows together, and then this time we'll lean back a little more. Right? So nice and slow, press those hips forward, open the chest up, lean the head back, and relax, sit back on the heels. So anytime we do a heart opener like this, it's really important to pay attention to what the abs are doing. If you feel a lot of pressure in the low back, try not to go quite as far back. We're opening more here and less in the low back. So you want to think about the thoracic spine opening up. And then another good cue is just to tighten up through the belly. Okay, so this last one will come into camel pose. So what we're going to start with is torso lifted again. You're going to lean back slightly and then grab the heels. And then from here, we'll lift the chest again, press the hips forward as much as you can, drop the head and neck back. And take 2 more breaths. Keep pressing the hips forward. Okay, bring the chin back towards the chest. The easiest way to get out of this one is just to think about bringing the hips down, and then one hand will naturally kind of lift up. And then we'll offset that. So that's a pretty big stretch to the shoulders, but also, like I said, there's a tendency to maybe feel it slightly in the low back. So we'll offset that with just an easy twist. So just come down into your kneeling position. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, take an easy twist over the right shoulder. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, other direction. Inhale, hands come up one more time. And exhale, we'll just forward fold from here. Keeping the knees together, forehead down. All right. Inhale, look up towards the hands, slide the hands back. Rock forward, back into your tabletop. Okay, and then we'll shoot that left leg out again, just like we did a couple minutes ago to open the class. And this time we're going to take the toes up towards the ceiling. And we'll lift the chest here. You're going to angle the hips over towards that leg, and then just start to walk the hands down. So depending on how tight you are through the hamstrings, you might need your block here, just to give you something to reach for so that we can keep the back straight. Okay. So just take a couple moments here to breathe. Keep thinking about lifting those toes, and that will keep it more in the hamstring. Okay, walk the hands back around. Let the foot relax. We'll switch sides. Right leg comes out straight. Bring the toes up. Lift the torso. Turn the hips towards that right leg this time. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Take the hands either down onto the floor, onto your block, or just onto the shin. Back stays straight. Inhale, lift up. And just bring both legs back around. And come back into your tabletop. Lift the knees, back to your down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank again. Left knee forward and step it wide this time so it's on the outside of the left foot. We'll drop the right knee down. So we have a little wider stance here than we do in our normal lunge. And then from here, we'll come into lizard pose. So really helpful to have the block on this one. We're gonna take it on the inside of the foot. So first thing is, you're in this low lunge, pressing the hips forward, and that front knee presses out. And then you'll lower, we'll start with just either the palms or the forearms come down to the inside of that block. Just relax the head and neck here. Keep pressing that knee out. And I'll give you the option, you can roll to the outside of that foot to let the knee roll out a little more. So this is a huge hip opener, so really make sure you're breathing here. Close the eyes if you need to. Send that breath into the hip. Notice if you're tensed up anywhere else, relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. And we'll plant the foot, press yourself back up. Set that block out of the way so you can plant the hands, step the foot back, Come back into plank. We'll go right into the other side. Right foot steps wide. Drop the back knee down. Put your block on the inside of the foot. Rock forward, hips down, knee out. And then slowly work your way into that lizard pose. And then if and when you're ready, you can roll to the outside of the foot. And just settle here. So the more intense the stretch is, the more important it is to breathe. Deep breaths. Okay. Roll back to the foot, press yourselves up. Slide that block out of the way again. Step the foot back. And then we'll go back into downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale lower down halfway. Inhale upward facing dog. And exhale down dog. Okay, we'll drop the knees. And now we're going to roll over onto our backs. You're going to take your block. So we'll come into bridge pose. This is basically like a glute bridge, but we'll use the block so we can stay there a little longer. So you're going to lay back. Knees are up. Feet are hip distance apart. And then walk the shoulder blades together just slightly. Do a little lift in the chest and then tighten the abs from here. Okay, so I want you to press through the heels to lift the hips up, and you're going to slide that block right underneath the sacrum. And you can play with the height of your block here. I find that the middle height of the block is really the best height. And then once you get comfortable here, once that block is set in place, you can just relax the hands down to the sides. So this shouldn't feel like work. You're not having to hold this position here. The block is supporting you. So the hips are lifted. The palms are up. Finding a slight opener for the shoulders. And then we'll press through the heels, lift the hips higher, come off that block now. So now an active bridge pose. So keep squeezing the glutes, keep squeezing the abs. And settle back down onto the block. We'll slide the block out of the way, let the hips come all the way back down. Let both knees fall over to the right side. And back to center, over to the left side. And back up. Okay, we'll flip the hands over so the palms are down now. Walk those shoulder blades together again. Tuck the tail so abs are tight. Inhale, press up through the heels. Squeeze the hips high, squeeze the glutes. And back down. Okay, we'll do two more. So every time the sequence, tuck the tail, abs tight, press through the heels, squeeze the glutes. And back down. One more time. Abs, lift. And back down. And we'll straighten the right leg. Bring the opposite knee into the chest. Okay, lay it all the way back onto the ground. Switch sides. Other knee comes into the chest. Okay, both legs on the ground. I'll bring the, whichever one we started with, I think it's the left knee into the chest. Give it a good squeeze, and then guide it over to the opposite side of the body, all the way onto the floor. Look over the opposite shoulder. Inhale, come back up to center. We'll switch sides, knee into chest. Inhale, exhale over and across. Back up to center. And let the leg come all the way down. And then we'll take supine butterfly here. So you're gonna bring the knees to the outside and then the heels, the bottoms of the feet come together for butterfly position. And just let the knees completely relax down. So letting everything go through the hips. And go ahead and close the eyes. And then just take the hands onto the belly here. And come back to those slow, deep breaths. And breathing in the nose, out the mouth. Then go ahead and close the mouth so you're inhaling and exhaling through the nose only. As you inhale, you'll feel the belly press into the hands. And then as you exhale, just feel the body getting heavier to the floor. And then you'll extend both legs out straight all the way into your corpse pose or shavasana. The feet roll out, thighs roll out. We'll just keep the hands on the stomach. This is a little reminder of the breath. Just notice where the thoughts are. Try to bring them back if they are starting to drift away. Back to the breath, back to the body. Let me take 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, you can start to point and flex the feet, circle the ankles. Bring both knees into the chest. Give them a gentle squeeze. And take a couple rocks to come up to seated. And then from here, go ahead and close the eyes one last time. Roll the shoulders back. Reach the head up towards the ceiling. Press the sit bones into the floor. And just notice how the hips, the low back, groin feel after that class. Hopefully have a little more space, a little more open. Inhale, bring the hands all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring the palms together at heart center. Bow the head. Namaste.